The next thing to talk about is a little bit of a sad thing to me, and it's a controversy about a gamer being permanently banned on Twitch. Now, there I don't watch this person, but there is a person called HelenaLive. She is a partner with Twitch. She makes a living off of streaming, so she's living the good life. Now, she was recently permanently banned from Twitch because of something she said. Now, I agree. Before I say what it is, I agree that Twitch should ban people that do harass other people, that do harass a group of people, that do spread big negativity, racial slurs, anything like that, terrorism, anything like that. That shouldn't be on Twitch. Twitch should be about the games. And if you choose to talk about politics or any form of things that you want to, like religion or sexuality or different things like that, you should be free to talk about that stuff on your platform, as long as it's still not being harmful to other people, not harassing someone specifically or a group of people. Now, Twitch banned HelenaLive because of something she said. And after reading the article from centraltelegraph.com, I'm very upset with Twitch and how they're going about how they're going about this. She was banned for stating her beliefs that there are only two genders. And I know that companies, game developers, any form of company, clothing lines, blah, 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 because we've seen a lot of controversy with that as well. I get why a lot of different people are trying to do the right thing, to not try and promote any form of harassment or negativity towards the transgender community or any community like that. But when you're banning somebody for stating a belief, whether the belief is right or wrong is not the problem. It's how they feel about the topic. To ban somebody for saying, "Oh, I don't think there are more than two genders," is stupid. People are allowed to have opinions. People are allowed to have beliefs. You can believe in God if you'd like. You can believe in a spaghetti monster if you'd like. You can believe in nothing. That doesn't affect anyone else but you, as long as you're just stating your opinion and what you think is right. Same goes for more than two genders in that topic. Now, if she was saying towards someone saying, "No, you're stupid, you're not, there's nothing more than two genders," that would be one thing. If she was actually going out to try to upset somebody. But just stating that you do not believe there are more than two genders because of how you believe it to be is stupid for getting banned for. And apparently she has been hit more than once with strikes in the past few months, saying that she has had hateful conducts in the last few months as well. So there might be more of this than what I'm seeing from this article, but in an email, Twitch did state, "Your recent behavior has proven your lack of understanding of what hateful speech is and how it may affect your community on your channel. Several of your statements have been found offensive towards the transgender community, and we don't tolerate this kind of behavior." I feel like with that statement, Twitch is trying to just cover their ass. And what I mean by that is they don't want to be words. They don't want to be a company that is seen as against people wanting to have more than two genders. That's understandable. But the way that they're going about it, silencing people for having an opinion, is wrong. It's really, really sad to see that somebody is being banned for that. HelenaLive goes on to say, I specifically said it's okay if a man wants to be a woman and a woman wants to be a man, but you cannot be anything in between. And then she goes on to say, isn't it wrong for banning me for my beliefs? And that is right. I agree with this. You can be a woman if you're a man. You can be a man if you're a woman. You can be anything you want. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect how I see you, other than I will call you he or she if you would like me to. But to say it's offensive if I say, oh, but there's nothing in between, in my opinion, that's wrong. To think that I'm trying to attack somebody or try to put down a whole community because of it. So this kind of incidents, this kind of ban is not justified in my opinion, and I feel like Twitch is just doing it to cover their ass. But if we want to know about something that should have happened and you should be banned for, we can talk about how Deadmau5, the Deadmau5, was banned on Twitter for saying what is it? Not a racial slur, but saying had a homosexual slur. I think that's what the correct term is. So Deadmau5 was playing PlayerUnknown Battleground, and he was streaming it with a friend, Smacktron, over this was like last week or the week before, or something like that. And when he was playing the game, he had somebody in his chat, somebody who was doing what they call stream sniping. And stream sniping is when you try to get into a game, whatever game it is, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, Apex, League of Legends, anything like that, you try to get into their game and deliberately try to ruin their experience. You try to ruin what they're doing. They're trying to ruin their game, kill them constantly. If it's League of Legends, gank their lane constantly, troll their game. If you're on their team, just do nothing to make them lose automatically, basically. And Deadmau5, in response to having this, I'm not going to repeat what he said, but he said, is that some fucking cocksucking stream sniper F word that isn't fuck. So if we're talking about people being banned on Twitch and what is right or wrong, this is something to be banned for. He goes on to say how he's not trying to direct it towards someone specifically, how he's not trying to say it's his ideology for how he believes or blah 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 bullshit, but if you're in a game and in the heat of the moment you let out a racial slur, whether it's the N-word or a homosexual slur, whether it's the bundle of sticks as the English people like to call it, or I think that's what it is, don't quote me on that. If you say some kind of slur while you're playing a game and you get upset and you let it slip, you clearly say that in your everyday life. You clearly say someone is a cocksucking in your everyday speak. Me personally, I think no matter the case, no matter what it is I'm talking about or trying to make a point about, any form of racial slur or homosexual slur is bad. I don't like when anyone uses it, any form of these slurs. I don't like when people try to make these different sayings or different words like the N-word not a positive thing, but like a neutral, like we should have it in our society kind of thing, like I believe iDubbbz tries to do. He tries to what does he say for that? He says he tries to normalize the word. I don't think we should normalize these kind of slurs. If we're talking about the N-word, I don't think it's something we should have in our everyday speech. It has so much hate behind it. It has so much pain and history of terrible, terrible things that have been happening in the past that it shouldn't be something we try to normalize. Same with Kanye and the Confederate flag back when he released Yeezus. I believe, if I recall, he was rocking the Confederate flag on his apparel. And I think that was a very dumb choice. I think that was a very stupid thing to do. His reasoning for it was something I can be respectful of, but I still think it's something stupid and that shouldn't be done. Same with people that are black using the N-word, I don't think that is something that should be happening. Now, if you want to use it, that's fine. Use it to your heart context. Sure, if you think it's okay. Me personally, I don't think it's okay. I don't like using it. I don't use that word with my friends. I don't use that word when I'm by myself. I don't say it out of anger. I don't say it when I'm at a game. Just like I don't say any form of, oh, he's gay, or oh, that's so gay of you to do, or whatever. If I'm trying to be negative, I'm not trying to make those words in my everyday speech. It feels really weird just saying that in general. It's not bad to be gay. It's not bad to have your feelings for somebody else, whether they're the same sex or opposite sex or whatever sex. It's not something negative. It's something that just happens. And to put that behind something so negative, whether or not you're trying to offend people or upset somebody or whatever, it is offensive. It is something that is going to start some shit. And for Deadmau5 to just kind of blow it off and say, I'm not apologizing for it, is really, really dumb. I think that's really dumb, especially with somebody who is as popular as him. I mean, I don't think he's as popular anymore. I at least haven't heard much about him, other than bad things. So, trying to justify you saying it, just rather than apologizing, is, to me, just as bad as just saying it in general. So whatever justification you want to put on it, you can try and do, but that doesn't make it okay. It doesn't make it something we should be doing or should be saying or should be trying to normalize. So that's that with that. And we move on to happier stuff.